Hey everybody, we're Dicey Decisions, and this is our Tales by Pyrelight Daggerheart campaign.
Hey.
So tonight we are joined by our buddy Jack. I'm having issues where I know what's happened. Sorry, technical difficulties.
Very
I was
No
typical Dicey
worries.
I was
decisions.
I was muting the wrong tab, so I was hearing double of myself, and it was very annoying. Um, So I fixed it though. I'm no longer muting our music, which is what I
Lovely.
was muting by mistake. But we are Dicey Decisions. This is our Tales by Pyrelight campaign. We're joined tonight with Jack, who is joining this campaign as a player. And we are on a new night. We are on Monday nights, and now this will be the new home. Every other Monday, we will be streaming Tales by Pyrelight. Every other opposite Monday is still in reserve for our Zeros to Heroes campaign, which is on a short hiatus currently that Jack normally runs. And since Jack was going to not moving from weekly to bi-weekly, I said, hey, I think you're free. You should come play some Daggerheart. And considering he's been running that campaign for almost 2 years now, it'll be nice for him to get a little more playtime. So
Been
super
a long
excited to
time.
have you here, Jack, and joining us within near the beginning of this campaign. We are only
Yeah,
on our sixth episode, so
perfect.
not a whole lot has happened thus far, but there's been some excitement, and the group did hit level 2 at the end of last session. So there may be some business we have to take care of to make sure people's characters are in order and leveled up and whatnot, and that things are working properly in Fantasy Grounds, which we'll be using as our virtual tabletop. Shout out to them for picking up the Daggerheart content and giving us an opportunity to give that a spin here on stream. Super excited about that. Waiting for their next book, the book I have in my hand, the Hope and Fear expansion book from Daggerheart, is not quite out yet on Fantasy Grounds, but it will be soon, I'm sure. So super excited for when that drops. Anyhow, when last we were here, our heroes had traversed across the swampland after rescuing a rivet scholar named Cree, who had taken his pack of maps that he had been traveling with and brought those maps with him into the swamps when the caravan he was with was attacked. And the heroes were able to find him and save him in the swamps and bring him back towards. Wait a minute, I have it here. I have it here somewhere. I swear I do. It's towards Okros, which is the fort village that they had set out from here in the wildlands. They've been trudging through rain and swamp, and as they were nearing the town, they were besieged by several umber-touched creatures. However, the large, enormous, somehow mutated but not umber-touched crocodile came to their rescue during the fight and seemed to be fighting alongside of the heroes for a bit. And as the crocodile was making its final meal of the last umber-touched bear, the party escaped towards the town, and as they looked back, they saw in the tree line a strange silhouette of some humanoid who had been watching the fight take place and seemed interested in the outcome. However, the group has made it towards the walls. As you approach the walls, you hear the bell begin to chime out on top of the wall as one of the watchmen on the top of the wall starts ringing the bell furiously as he sees you all headed towards the walls, which immediately inside the town, Jack, your character hears what you would recognize as an alarm bell, as something that is happening. The bells of this fort town are used. If they are rung slow and steady, it is just a call to gather. If they are rung frantically, it means emergency.
Okay.
How would you respond to such a bell?
Let me ask a couple questions first. Does this little town have amenities? Does it have a tavern? Does it have.
Yes.
Okay,
As a
so
matter
there
of
are
fact,
places.
Jack, I have a series of notes here that we never ever got to. What's the name of the tavern in this town?
Ooh, is it my call or
It's
anyone's?
totally your call.
You
Okay.
asked. It's your call.
Now it's your call.
It's called the Broken Back.
The Broken Back. And does it have like a sign? Like, what does the
Yes,
sign of the Broken Back look like?
there is. It's a picture of a goat that was made of wood that used to be intact with the legs down, and the plaque broke, and so they just stuck it back on a bigger piece of wood and called it the Broken Back.
Nice.
It used to be the thirsty goat or something like that.
Excellent. Excellent. I love it. So yes, this town does have amenities. This would be not just a tavern. This would actually be an inn. So this might be where you might be staying as well.
Okay.
This is a walled village, so it is fortified. There is a temple here, and in the center courtyard of the temple is the Pyrelight that keeps everyone safe and keeps the Umbra out. And that light emanates 24 hours a day and shines its very cool, crisp, clear light throughout the entire town.
And it's lit 24/7, you say?
Yes.
And somebody has to keep chopping wood and throw it in there, I guess, right? There are people who tend this giant fire.
It's not a fire per
Ah,
se. It
It's
is a magical emanation of light.
got it. Okay, very
So
cool.
there's not anyone necessarily needing to fuel it, but there are definitely guards around it at all times.
I will do what I do every time the bell goes off, and probably I've been sitting in the shade under a tree. Let's say under a tree, maybe one of the only trees left in this town, and I'll just fly up to the highest spot, which I guess is on top of the temple. I'll
Okay.
just spread my wings and leave a puff of smoke behind me and shoot up to the top of the temple and try to look out to see who's coming.
As you look out, you do see that there are several guards on the wall pointing, next to the bell that's ringing, and they're hollering orders down, saying, runners approaching, and there seems to be a party gathering at the gate, armed men and women headed out, looking to like sally forth out of the town to meet whoever's coming.
These are guards whose job it is to go out, not just random
Correct.
people going to kick ass. Okay.
Correct.
So,
They're not necessarily like military per se. They are not in a uniform, but they are obviously on duty. So
got it.
people take shifts and do that kind of stuff and are watching and all of that stuff.
So in this town, everybody pitches in for defense. Got it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I would guess that's the way it is at all of these pyre towns.
Potentially.
Okay. So I'm just watching to see what happens.
Okay. So the gate opens as you all are rushing up, and several guard folks come out. You guys would know this would be standard procedure for them to, even though they know you, they're going to meet you outside because you all could be umber touched, and they want to investigate you before they let you in the city. Is there anything you want to do as you approach?
Loma would try to, before we had gotten fully in, like out of whatever brush to the entrance of this gated city, I would have tried to quickly divert off my sneaky little paths that I know all around this gate and sneak in through one of my hidey holes without having to go through the front.
Okay. Go ahead and make me. That's always where I screw up and say the wrong word. Make me an agility check.
Keep not wanting to click there. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Just make sure you mark the hope down, because it automatically gave you hope.
Well, I don't want that. Wow, I wouldn't want that.
Let us have our hope. We never have any.
Woo! Critical success! 13.
Wow, okay, so that would clear a stress if you have one, which I don't know
Hell
if you
yeah.
did that automatically.
I do.
It didn't take it off automatically, did it?
Oh.
I don't remember what you had.
It gained me 1 hope, it says.
You should have gained a hope.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
says it
stress we're
did.
checking.
But I does not say anything about stress until
Okay.
I did it after.
Okay. Let's try to keep track before we roll to see what our numbers are, because I'm trying to figure out how much Fantasy Ground has automated. Because remember,
Yeah.
last time certain things were automated and certain things weren't. But with rolling a critical success, you are easily able to dip out of the way and make it through one of your normal pathways and hidey holes without being noticed by the guards.
Oribe is gonna holler out. She's gonna see a couple of the guards that she knows, because she's back and forth and in and out fairly frequently. And she's gonna holler up like, "It's seriously? Open the gate."
You know the procedures.
I'm here.
Izin's also going to holler, "Yes, we do. I'm a town guard. You know me. There's a giant crocodile behind us. You do not want to be out here, and neither do we.
They all look over
You can
their
check
shoulder.
us inside."
They all look over their shoulder and they see no crocodile coming after you.
Well, we're fast.
Would I lie?
Would you like it to
I was
get
eating
closer?
an umbra bear last we saw.
Hey, we can't just let you in if you're umber touched, right?
Dude, oh my gosh.
You can kill us if we are when we're inside. Not hard.
That's not how it works.
Okay, what do you need? What do you? What?
Just let us
Okay.
inspect you.
We never. I'm
Can
like,
you be quick?
I lower my voice though, and I'm like, we never have to do this when it's just me. Can we just do this? Let's go.
I think you do not have to do it when it is just you, because you sneak in the back door.
Not always. Sometimes, but
Because she
Ollie.
guards Ollie.
Did you make any efforts to hide your scar?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a spell called Adjust Appearance. So yes, totally, 100%. It's not there. Does not
Okay.
exist. When my sleeve is rolled up, it is totally an arm. Very much just arm.
Perfect. Okay, just double check it, because they are looking you over as much as they can. They're not being rude about it, but they are double checking, because
There are definitely no black tendrils creeping their way up my arm from my wrist. Certainly not. Definitely
Okay.
not happening. Not
Nothing to
100. Not at
see.
all. Not
nothing to see.
nothing to see here. Just a perfectly normal human arm.
I
So
wonder
they-
if from the top of the temple, if I notice one of them sneaking away to slip inside.
Not with a critical success, you don't.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I would have
She
given you a
passed.
chance had it not been a critical success. I gotta honor the crit,
Yep.
And there is nothing to roll for this spell, Scott.
Okay.
It's one of my two. It's the domain card I chose for my advancement. It's one of my two options that I picked.
Nice.
It is just. It's from the Book of Seatil, and it's just adjust appearance. And the description is: you magically shift your appearance and clothing to avoid recognition. That is the full description. So,
Nice. Most excellent.
my appearance has been magically adjusted.
How many hopes should we have at the start of this day?
You would have started with 2 to start.
2. Okay.
Ollie started the day hopeless.
Right. Well, you we're
completely
kind of in
surrounded
that
by
weird-
no hope.
We're kind of in that weird spot where you guys are about to get a rest that Jack has
Yeah.
already had, right? Like,
Right.
Right.
so you guys are coming into town. They eventually let you through and shut the gate behind you. The bell, the ring, there's of course a large crowd gathered to see what the ruckus of the bell was about, and several of the guards are ushering people back in their places of business and their houses and what have you, saying everything is okay and whatnot. You do see coming up the road on horseback is the captain of the guard, Evrados. He is the giant who you met last time before you guys left town, and you would all recognize him as the very scarred and gruff captain of the guard. Kind of rides up on his mount and seeing you says, "What news?"
We found the scholar. And just points at Cree.
Hello.
He's alive. He has his maps. There are umbra bears. The giant crocodile. Mosquitoes.
Giant crocodile, like.
It's you just hang out. They'll show up, or we can just do this inside.
No, we're
Oh, we're
inside.
inside.
You're already
Oh,
inside.
we're inside. Okay.
Yeah, you're already inside.
Or if they would
The
still be
crocodile
bitchy.
was not like the other creatures. He was not touched by the Umbra. In fact, he enjoyed snacking on the Umbra bears, it seemed.
Kind of helped us.
Do you want to go back and try to pet it? Test that
No,
theory.
I do not. It had very large teeth and did not look like it was good for petting, but it was also good for eating Umbra bears, and I do appreciate that.
So wait, the giant crocodile wasn't an Umbra-touched creature?
Not at all.
Shockingly not.
Mm-mm.
Let me buy you a pint,
Can you buy food?
and let's have this discussion with some comfort.
Before
Thank you.
Orve agrees, does she notice the presence that is up on top of the temple?
Make me a instinct roll.
We like an
And so this is the captain of the guards person that sent us out there? Is that
Yes.
who this is? Okay.
Yes.
We weren't sent. We just kind of went.
Well, sure. Fair.
This is the captain of the guard that knew you were going.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think.
that's a 12. However, it is with fear. However, I am going to use I have an ability and I have to figure out what it's called. Hold on. That lets me mark a stress and change it to hope.
Okay,
Ooh.
so I will remove that fear.
Yes,
Damn
you
it.
will. Take it off. But it's a 12.
And a 12 with hope. Yeah, you definitely see a figure perched on top of the temple.
Okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna make that mental note. Do I recognize the figure?
Well, this is a good question. let's see who's got some connections with our new character. Play a little session 0 here for our new
Let's do it.
character. So, would your paths have crossed? And if so, in what way?
I feel like I recognize this figure. Like I remember somebody looking like this back in Amber Reach, especially when I was running in between the Damask Queens and what's it called? It's the Celsians. The scholars.
Okay.
Somehow I feel like I remember this person or this figure kind of lurking about where the scholars. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but I know I've seen this person before. I may have even had dealings. But because I can't see them up close, I'm not positive, but I have a hunch. I'm going to try to make eye contact.
Okay.
I'm going to take the captain of the guard up on his offer of a drink. That sounds amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
Zin's moderately
Lomo
giving
will-
Ollie dirty looks for hiding the Umbra mark, but hasn't said anything as he also goes with the captain of the guard.
You literally said you can kill us if we're Umbra touched. What was I supposed to do?
Not lie!
Okay, I'll just go home and kill myself then. Still fine.
I don't think Zin would complain at this point.
Loma will, having snuck in through her hidey hole, very quickly, there's a spot she always goes to, and very methodically washes herself off, very reminiscent to when she did so, very meticulously and as if she's done it a million times when, after the first attack with the zombies, and then she's gonna try and find the group staying more in the back of all the crowds that have gathered, and as they slowly make their way to their tavern, just follow from a distance, but do not want to be the center of attention.
Okay.
Put up.
I'd like
Not a
to
problem.
add a connection for myself.
Yeah.
I, having been in this little town for a very short time, I usually will sit around and listen to the gossip, and I've heard that this group went out into the swamps. How long have you been gone? A day, 2 days, hours? How long?
3 days, I think.
3
Three
days.
days.
3-4
Yeah.
days.
So,
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
3-4
I've
days.
kind of been waiting for them to get back because I also want to hear news of what's going on, and people have been talking about these 4 who just disappeared into the swamp looking for someone. So I'm gonna be interested.
Okay. Well, you definitely see them come in. It's not, they're missing one of them, but they've added a ribbit who you don't recognize.
Missing one. You left
Yeah,
with
No,
5?
Loma, who ran off.
So Loma was with them, but Loma is not currently with them.
Huh. Well, that piques my interest. I drop down from the temple and swoop to the front of the broken back. And kind of I go up to a window and I look inside just to see what they're up to.
Well, it looks like several of them have made their way up to the bar, and I will ask. I will ask you, Nico. Who's the barkeep in this establishment called the Broken Back?
Let's see, who is the barkeep? The barkeep is a fairly friendly older man. Older, just go human.
Older
Why
human.
not?
Okay. All right.
Let me get a name. Let me get a name. Get my name generator.
While the name is being created, I'm also listening as hard as I can to see to hear what I hear.
Sure. Give me a instinct roll.
Instinct, first roll of the game for me. That's a 21 with hope.
Nice. So that gained you the hope, which you should have already done.
It was automatic.
Automatically. And yeah, you hear the captain is conversing with them, asking them what they want to drink, and making sure he's settling the tab for them, and ushering them over towards a table in the corner to try and get a full report.
He should
Cool.
note that Orave did not go in. Orave stayed outside,
Oh shit. Doing what?
watching you.
Well, then you saw me come down.
I did. And Orave is gonna
And you see me listening to the.
Orave's gonna go up behind you and not tap you on the shoulder that she's particularly tall enough, but she's gonna just stand there and wait for you to notice or feel her presence.
Well, with that
Loma
presence roll.
Loma would have stayed outside then, at a distance still, but watching.
Oh my gosh.
Uh,
All right.
Cora.
The barkeep is an older human man named Elian, who's a gossip, but he'll only give you good information if you don't have an outstanding tab.
That's
Gotcha.
You can never insult his food, or he won't tell you anything ever.
Excellent. So Elian pours your drinks of choice on the tab of the captain of the guard, which you can tell he gladly adds these to a tally he's got behind the bar, and the captain of the guard is good for it. There's no questions asked. He knows he's a regular, and this happens often where the captain comes in and buys drinks for whoever he needs to buy drinks for, maybe to keep the peace between two people that are arguing, or to find out information and whatnot. So this is a common thing. It also might be the source of some of the gossip that Elian does tell other folks. So yeah. What would you have? What do you have?
Just some mead for me, please.
One mead, yes. He pouring that, looks at the next person.
I would have your fantastic ale and a stew.
Excellent, ale and a stew, and you say, I'd like the same ale and a stew, please. And he kind of looks down over the bar at the rivet and goes, "Oh, sure," and gets those 2 ales and 2 bowls of stew. And the captain's like, "Just water." And he kind of nods as he's ready for that, and gets him a big flagon of water. And you all head over to a table. Now, those of you still outside, what are you doing?
I'm just standing behind this figure who is peeping Tom through the window.
With my instinct
I just
roll
love the idea of like this, like Jack, like looking in through the window with her, just like tapping her foot, like.
Well, I
What are you
rolled
doing,
a really
buddy?
high instinct roll, so I definitely notice you watching me.
Yeah.
Notice you
and-
noticing me.
Literally,
And I notice you watching her watching me.
I'm literally
Watching
right
me.
behind you. I've used my Qatari cat-like movement and kind of just made my way behind you. I'm waiting for you to acknowledge that. I know you know I'm there. I'm waiting for you to acknowledge it.
So now I can describe myself.
Yes, please do.
Now that you're up close to me, don't know if you've ever seen me up close before, but I've been around. I am an elf, but I'm filthy dirty. It's not brownish mud. It's gray ash. I'm covered with ash. And my wings, when I stop, droop down along my sides like a cape. As I turn to look at you, you see, even though I'm all gray, my hair's gray, my face is gray, my eyes flash gold for a half second. And you would probably notice that the palms of my hands and patches that the gray has worn off is very, very pale. And there's a nasty scar running from my jaw to my ear, and most of my left ear is gone. And so I spin around and say, "You were out there."
She's going to wait for a second and makes the decision after. You notice that she tilts her head a little to the side as if she's listening to someone else speak. And she kind of looks down and says, "I know." And looks back at him and says, "I've seen you before. In the Amber Reach."
I come and go.
Indeed.
Did you find anything?
You were watching. Did you listen?
You found a scholar. Anything else?
You tell me.
I just walk away from her and enter the bar. Actually, I jump through the window. Just climb right through the window and get closer. She's creeping me out a little bit.
That's the guy climbing in windows.
She goes ahead.
I was there.
She
It's a big window.
She walks
So you
in.
climb-
Shipping material has arrived.
Yeah.
You climb through the window, and as you do so, the table right below the window has got a lone minotaur sitting there. A big giant bowl of stew and a big giant flagon of ale. And he just kind of looks at you.
Excuse me. Step down off his table and
He just
I
shakes
do-
his head.
I leave behind a little cloud as I move away, and you see there's handprints on the windowsill of just gray dust looking stuff.
As he does that, Orve shakes her head like, "Oh my god," and turns around and throws a look over at Loma and says, "Are you coming?"
She nods, and as she steps up next to Aura, she'll put her hood back off and go a little less incognito now that we're not all eyes on us. I'm assuming the crowds didn't follow us all the way to the tavern just to watch us go inside. So I'll walk in with Aura.
And she's gonna go straight to the bar and order a venom bite shot.
So one thing really quick, I want to make sure just a little bit of business with character level ups and things. You should have all got 1 to your proficiency. So your proficiency should be at 3, I believe. Is that right? No,
Oh.
at
2.
at 2. At 2. I want to
Alright.
make sure that you're all at 2.
Yes.
Yes.
And then what you chose for your 2, you also got a new experience. So everybody should have a total of 3 experiences with a +2 value.
Yep.
So you got to add an experience. If you haven't done that, make sure you do that. Ideally,
Wait, I thought we only got to pick 2 of the things from the level up list.
you
on each
do
advance.
these are, but this is special for level 2. You get those 2 things and then the 2 things to pick.
I thought you just got a new experience and a proficiency up. I did not actually add pluses to my experience. Okay, I'll do that.
So your experiences don't go up. You get a new experience at +2.
Okay, got it.
The
So you should have a
experiences-
total of 3 experiences.
Got it.
Ah.
all at a
I'm
plus
just
2
clearing
value.
this modifier.
And then you should have picked between 2 of these options to gain a +1 to 2 unmarked character traits and mark them, permanently gain a hit point slot, or permanently gain a stress slot, or permanently gain a +1 to 2 experiences, or choose an additional domain card of your level or lower from a domain you have access to, or permanently gain a +1 to your evasion. And you would mark these off because you can't use those again the next time if you use some of them. Some of them you can do twice, some of you can do 3 times, some you can do only once. So depending on which you picked when you leveled up.
Does anyone know how to edit the added experience? Mine just says new experience and it won't let me like click to change.
Do you
at
have
the-
it locked?
Go look at the top and see if that
Oh,
lock.
probably.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go. Thank you.
That should do it.
Cool.
Friend of the stream, Fantasy Grounds. We're learning.
Yep. Exactly.
Teaching everybody right alongside us.
So Jack, did
As
you
we
add
fumble.
to your abilities?
I added a card and I added to my abilities.
Which ones did you bump?
I bumped let's
Strength.
see, strength and instinct.
One of them should have been a +2 to start. Because your starting values are, you had 1 at +2.
Mm-hmm. So have I only added 1 point total? No, because one was as
Like I had
I
a
can't
negative.
remember.
I added.
So
I have a
one.
negative. I have a 0.
So everybody should have started with a -1, a 0. Hold on. I gotta look at that.
I think
'Cause
it's -1, 2
I had-
zeros, 2 pluses, 1s, and 2 and 1 plus
And
2.
1 +2.
Yeah.
Right. So
So I added a +1 to my, I guess, agility to make it a 1, and I added a +1
Okay.
to my strength to make it 2.
I gotcha. And the instinct was already a 2. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I just want to make sure it was how it was supposed to be for you. Since you built it at level 2, it's kind of strange. So, okay, cool. Sounds like a plan. Does everybody feel good about their level stuff before we
Yeah.
move forward?
I will say that back inside, Orbe goes straight up to the bar, orders a venom bite shot. But as she turns around and sees this person stepping off the Minotaur's table, not particularly gracefully. It's a Minotaur after all. She's gonna turn around and order a second one.
Okay.
And then kind of motion with her head to Loma to come with her. Obviously expecting Loma to order something, and goes to the table and sits down. She downs one shot at the bar and takes another one with her.
Before he's holding his hand out for you to pay.
Oh, we're on. What's his name?
Captain the card.
Yeah,
Avrados?
we're on Avrados' tab.
Oh, you didn't come in with him, so I was
was getting stuff done. We all came in together. I was honestly keeping an eye on that dude, and he came in, so I followed, just kind of watching out for you, you know. Gives a little wink, walks over and sits down right next to Avrados to make her point.
Avrados does look over his shoulder and kind of marks that you're with him to the bartender. Bartender's
gonna be
looking kind of strange at Nurtal. Is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, Nortal, yep.
Nortal. Okay. Nortal is getting strange looks from the bartender.
He's seen me before. Maybe just jumping in the window was the strange part.
Well, the strange part is that she just told him that she's had her eye on you.
Oh,
So he
okay.
feels like he needs to have his eye on you.
Got it.
So,
Okay.
are you muted, Sean?
Yes, I was muted. I just did want to say that yes, climbing through a window is unusual. Probably the
Yeah.
entire bar is looking at you at this point.
Yeah, I'm not wrong. So.
Yeah, I'm going to perch on the edge of a table, just kind of squatting right on the edge and
A
try to
gargoyle
listen. Yeah, exactly.
on,
Do
on
you
the
have a
Minotaur's
relationship
table.
with the captain of the guard?
He's seen me around. I don't think I've talked to him necessarily. I don't talk to many people unless they talk to me first, but he knows who I am. I've been around.
So he says, Nortal, do you have business here with these folks?
I'm hoping to see what they found.
Why are you concerned?
Isn't everyone?
Yes, but it's sort of my job to suss this out.
You've known me for a long time. I just want to know. There are many things to learn.
Well, that's true, says the ribbit as he slurps on his stew.
Do you mind if I listen?
The captain kind of gestures to you all.
I
Didn't
do
learn
not know who this
particularly
person
much.
is, so I do not mind
Loma
one way or the
will-
other.
Loma will
Do any
walk
of
up
you
to
look
the
injured?
table.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Before that, real quick, Loma will just walk up to the table, hood still down, and she just has a glass of white wine, and she just sits, holding it, looking at the newcomer, but not in any negative. It's just a constant look.
We're all pretty weird looking.
Speak for
Um,
yourself. I know Zin's not injured. Craig is being the tank.
No,
I'm not
I
too
know,
bad.
I'm not injured.
Okay. I'm just perching,
I have a couple
gargoyle
scrapes.
style.
They
Oh, you
look
do?
worse. They look worse for wear, for sure. Like they're soaked to the bone. Their clothes, like they came through a storm.
We're road worn for
Oh
sure.
yeah, that did happen.
They're very road worn.
Okay.
Very
Then
road
I'm-
warm. I have some scratches, but I am rather clean. Other than the wet clothes and ragged hair. I'm still disheveled, but I'm clean.
Okay.
Orbe's
Just
gonna
perching.
kind of lean close to Loma and you see her kind of cat-like nose. And
Tootie.
she's just gonna go, how do you do that? And lean back.
I like my routines. And I'll go back to just being engaged with the group, but keeping an eye on the newcomer.
Entering the bar, you see the orc, the female orc, Akadana, who is the mayor of town. She's obviously coming with a purpose to find you all. Obviously, word has gotten to her that you have returned, and she heads over to the bar and gets a water and comes and sits at the table. I hope I'm not too late. And the captain says, scooches over and gives her a spot at the table as well. Says, of course not. We've just met.
I don't really know what you expect us to tell you. We found the scholar. We fought Umbra corpses, mosquitoes
I'm the
the
scholar.
size of your head. Yes. Umbra bears, and there was a giant not Umbra crocodile that also attacked the bears.
And the
That's
caravan,
it.
strangely.
Well, yes, some
So wait a minute. You
But-
found the site of the ambush.
Yes.
we did.
Yeah.
Take me back. Like, let's talk through this piece by piece.
We found the site of the ambush. We used our
Collective skills and knowledge.
yes, and ultimately located Cree.
At the
That's
site of
me.
the ambush, the cart was fairly destroyed. There were no signs of the horses. However, we did find a few shallow graves, which then had corpses crawl out of them, because of course it did.
So we don't know what
So-
dug graves, but we do know.
Well, the
that there's-
guards,
There were
The guards-
survivors.
the survivors said they had dug the graves.
Oh, well, then we do know who dug the graves.
Right.
But,
We saw drag marks toward the water and a few footprints of Cree that also went towards the water. So after we dealt with the Umbra corpses, we used the remainder of the cart to create a raft and cross the swamp.
Yeah, that's where they found me. Hi, I'm Cree.
we did find
Cool.
these underwater versions of, like, the blessed branches underwater.
What?
Remember,
Ollie, you still have it,
right?
don't you?
Ollie will kind of, who has been uncharacteristically quiet throughout this whole conversation, will sort of dig around in his pouch. I am letting you tell them what you want to tell them, and I will happily, you know what I'm saying? So yes, he will kind of dig around and he'll kind of pull it out. He goes, yes, we found this. And he sets it down on the table. I don't really know what to make of it.
I
And you
lean
see that
in
it-
really
It is
closely.
it is a piece of the same material that is burning in the center of town. This was underwater.
It
In the
was.
swamp, yes. I grabbed it.
And when you pulled it from its source, it seemed to lose whatever essence it held that illuminated it.
Yes, so I planted it. And here it is.
Then
Ah.
we fought mosquitoes about the size of Ollie's ego.
Yes.
Can you explain what these branches look like as you're holding it up?
Like a branch.
Just like a regular branch? It's not glowing or anything?
It was glowing underwater.
Oh, okay.
One assumes that because it did not die, it is probably still faintly glowing now. And I kind of pictured it like duckweed, you know what I mean? Like
Yep.
an underwater kind of a plant.
I might be able to shed some light on the situation. I mean, I'm not trying to be punny or anything. I don't mean to say the light pun. That's not what I'm. Anyway.
I like your puns.
Oh. Well, they're totally unintentional. But anyway, that's what my maps are about.
Your maps were about the underwater Pyrelight branches.
Yes and no. And he opens up his map case and he pulls out a map. And it
Yes,
looks
this is the place to do that.
it looks like a map of the region, but it's old. Like there are settlements on here that you've never heard of, and there are trade routes listed that you've never seen. And give me a knowledge check, all of you. This is a reaction roll, so hit the reaction side.
Would it involve history, culture, or politics?
Oh yeah,
20.
Yes. So how do you give yourself advantage?
you have to use a hope.
Okay.
You don't give yourself advantage. You can.
Oh, okay.
Are you using an experience?
No, let's see. It's a trait called well-read from my lore born.
Oh, tell
You
me
have
what that
advantage on-
says before I tell you how to do it.
Okay. You have advantage on rolls that involve history, culture, or politics of a prominent person or place.
Okay, so you do have advantage. So hit the button that says ADV on the bottom below the chat
Okay.
before you make the reaction roll.
Reaction of knowledge.
Knowledge.
Correct. So that adds the D6.
Got it. That gives
Is what
me
the
a
advantage
12.
is.
Or they
Okay.
got a 14.
Okay.
I got a 9.
13.
All right.
20.
So, Ollie, you definitely recognize it. Orve, you recognize it. Zin, you recognize it as well. You've seen maps, not this map, but you've seen ancient versions of the land before the Cataclysm. And there's no swamps indicated and all sorts of stuff. Like, the terrain has changed drastically from these maps, but you start to piece together certain places that you are familiar with, and you realize where you found this light was on an old trade road. And Kree says, I believe when things started happening and the Umbra started to take hold to the land, I believe they protected the trade routes with Pyrelights. And I think they might still be there. I think you found one.
You think they somehow found a way to plant them along roadsides?
I think so. That's what my research says.
If we could
Loma is just enamored by
plant
the
them,
map.
that would change everything.
Not just planting them, we'd have to grow them first, and
But can you imagine if we did not have to find the sacred flame? If we could make it ourselves.
yes, then you would leave me alone.
If there's one, there surely must be more.
I mean,
When we were out there, we saw more, right? Didn't we see a trail of them? Or
I thought we saw more
from
than
where
one.
we picked that one, I thought, yeah, did we see like a trail? At some
don't
point,
think-
I think we did, we
remember
just didn't have time to, like, grab more than one because mosquitoes.
And they were underwater.
Mhm.
And none of us can swim.
They got deeper, yeah. and
Also,
you
we
don't
didn't
wanna
want to go
swim.
ripping up the sacred branches.
Right.
And we didn't want to be in the water because we didn't know what ate the horses.
That too.
what did eat the horses?
That would probably be the giant crocodile.
We're guessing.
But it wasn't. It wasn't tainted by the Umbra.
Nope.
Not that we could tell.
But when we went back to the site, we were attacked by the Umbra-touched corpses. So I wonder if that is entirely true. Perhaps there was someone or someones on the caravan who were very far along in their association with the Umbra.
Oh, that could be.
You were on that caravan. Can you think of anybody that looked off?
I'm really not a people person. I kind of keep to myself unless someone wants to talk about like subjects I'm really interested in, and none of the people on the caravan really wanted to talk to me, so I just kind of kept to myself. I don't really notice those kind of things. Like, if it's not in a book, I don't really care.
They were guard survivors. They could be asked.
Captain says, "Yeah,
Maybe-
we can hunt them up."
Maybe someone else that was new has joined the caravan, or perhaps someone is still unaccounted for.
As Ollie says that, I'm gonna level another hard stare at. Say your name again.
Nurtal.
Nurtal?
Nurtal. And say, when did you arrive?
Me? 2 days. 2 days ago.
And you weren't with the caravan. You didn't abandon it after it was attacked or anything?
Me? I was not with the caravan.
Hmm.
No, I've never seen him. He's got really cool wings, though.
Where'd you come from?
Here and there.
Hmm.
I travel most of the time.
No, literally. What point of origin did you begin before you landed here? We all go from somewhere before we're here. I get it, you're a traveler. I'm a traveler.
My last stop was in Crossa.
Okay. Thank you.
I just made that up. That is another town now.
Sure.
It's spelled Crossa.
Fabulous. She's
Little
really
building.
not ready to just let you wander in with the here and the there's and the her background with the Damask Queens makes her very, very wary and suspicious of literally everything.
I'm not fully caught up on the lore myself, but my character would know who the Damask Queens are, I
They're
assume.
terrible people that are basically in control of Amber Reach.
Part of it.
Yeah.
Part of it.
A good part of it. They're pretty ruthless.
Okay. Then I shudder when you mention I think you said that out loud, right?
I did, yeah.
Yeah. I shudder when you say the Damask Queens. A little puff of dust comes off me.
And she actually
And then
feels
it's just gonna cover his mug, like.
she actually feels a little more satisfied with that response, because if he fears that, then he's probably a little more honest than I originally thought.
Have you been towards the Celsian Athenaeum at all? It's an area of the Amber Reach that the Damask Queens do not control. It is controlled by the Celsians, and they are very strict about people coming and going.
Well, they're astute as well. They're Cree, isn't that you're a Celsian scholar, are you not?
Yeah. That's the library. They're really smart people. They're really good folk.
Sure.
I would say you've been
What?
there. That's where I've seen
What do you have against the Celsians?
Nothing. I haven't been home in a long time, that's all.
Raven
left.
does not think anybody is a good person. I do not think.
Aura's fine. At least less annoying than you are.
Oh well, we have established this. Yes.
Loma is trying to commit to memory this map, so she's a little tuned out and has stopped focusing as much on the newcomer and is enraptured. Just looking.
As you are looking over the map, give me a... Ooh, what would that be? Give me a presence check.
Is this regular, or this isn't reaction? This is regular.
This is regular.
Oh.
That is a 7 with fear.
So you kind of start to see this map through almost like a second set of eyes. Almost like you're seeing through your ancestors. And you start to see the world as it was then. And you get something about this imagery is giving you a sense of foreboding dread that you can easily attach to the forming of the Umbra.
Okay.
And then you kind of snap out of it.
I imagine I snap out of it because I hear a little squeak in my left ear, and I look over and Hillick's there, and he just sort of nuzzles my cheek a little, and I go, oh, oh, and you see me get a little startled, and I grab a quick piece of yarn from my the wrappings around my belt, and I hand it to the little mouse, and he scurries back into my coat down my leg, and is gone. And then I'll look back at the map and everybody else, and I don't know why, but I just know things are just getting worse. If this is what things were like before, what's to come? And I'll look at the general with that.
We can only do what we can do and protect what we can protect. If there are other sources of Pyrelight that could help us, that if we could make trade routes safe again, if we could figure out a way to keep supplies coming and going, civilization
change
could
everything.
thrive.
Do we need to go scope out these routes? What?
Well, friend Cree, why are you here with these maps?
I just kind of wanted to come see if they were accurate.
Are you
By
coming to
yourself?
Okros specifically?
Well, I was coming to Okros as like a base of operations. I figured I could go out and about and maybe check on these things, but after the ambush, I'm kind of a little nervous about being out and about, as it were. I mean, that giant crocodile was really big and really scary. Luckily, it was only interested in eating those horses, not me.
So, wait, it wasn't
You say this
interested
again.
in the people
The
at all, just the
horses.
horses.
Yes.
So, were the horses Umbra touched?
Well, I don't think so. They were pulling wagons.
Did you see the other people perish? The rest of your party? Or did you just see it attack the horses?
Well, I saw it drag one of the horses into the water as I was getting out of the water and sleeping on the other side. I didn't really stick around, remember? I told you that. I was scared. As far as the people that perished, I saw there were attacks. There were a couple of the caravan guards that tried to defend against these creatures, this creature coming after the horses, but they might have died. I panicked. I'm sorry. I'm not a fighter. I'm not really brave or nothing. I'm a scholar. I read books, and I don't even read the kind of books that have adventures in them because those scare me.
We need to talk to the survivors. Something's not adding up here.
The crocodile
Well,
wasn't
what's
interested in
not adding
us
up?
at all.
The crocodile went after the horses.
That's a
Why
little
does that not
odd.
add up?
Because people are easier to kill than horses?
The only other thing that it has attacked was Umbra-touched bears. That is why it does not add up. They did not attack us. I assume attacked the caravan guards because it was under attack, but we did not fight the creature, so it did not see us as a threat. So why the horses?
Why the bears?
I can only
We
imagine
were
a creature that big was hungry.
But there are
Yes.
plenty of Umbra touched. If we assume that a predator has a pattern and it goes after its preferred prey, and its preferred prey so far has been Umbra touched, then why would it attack a well-defended caravan to not have its preferred prey when there's an entire swamp full of creatures?
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Were you carrying the branches when the crocodile came near you?
I was.
Us? We did, but
But was the caravan?
Kree, had you found one yet?
I never had a branch.
But
Could it be the proximity? Did the crocodile live near the branches when you found them?
We don't actually know that.
the crocodile didn't actually come after or attack us.
Because you carried the branch?
We don't know. It followed us for a while, and then we were attacked by bears.
And then it attacked the bears. Almost as
Were
if
there
it was
other
defending
creatures
us.
living?
Weirdly, it only attacked the bears after we attacked the bears, and it would switch targets if we made one of them bleed.
Captain says, "Did you watch it eat a bear?"
We watched it eat two, and then it was fighting the third one, and we ran away, because that was too many bears.
It consumed it.
I think so. I didn't exactly watch entirely.
What if it just killed it? And that's the difference.
So
Were
it
the horses
eats
eaten?
not Umbra-touched creatures, but attacks.
Yeah, you guys found
Umbra-touched?
skeletons. You guys found skeletons of horses picked clean.
So it ate the
Right.
horses for sure, and we don't know that it ate
He
the
definitely
bears.
correct.
So we
You didn't stick around to find out if it was going to eat the bears afterwards, but you didn't. It didn't stop to eat a bear in the middle of the fight.
Right. Okay.
I have not
if I
known
do
too many
recall-
creatures that just kill for no reason. It does not seem quite like predator behavior, but perhaps it just really does not like the Umbra.
Rightly so.
And if I do
Sure, but
recall,
that's reasoning though.
Ollie,
You're right.
You
Ollie,
said-
you're on to something. That is it's not beast-like behavior.
It's not reason,
Ollie.
but it's instinct.
when
if I do
it was
recall,
following
did anyone
us,
else see when we were running back to the walls? I saw the silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche,
I didn't see the
Scaramouche.
crocodile anymore, but I saw.
And I
Sorry.
have a name.
And we have a clip.
Oh,
That was good.
oh.
That was really good.
Yeah.
I saw him. I saw a silhouette. This
Could-
kind of like
I figured
pretty
it was
tall,
one of
like
the
your height.
guards.
He points at Zin.
I'm just gonna
Uh,
sort of look around and see if anyone is like any other people are peering into our conversation. I know we've been sort of a hot commodity, but I'm
Yeah,
seeing how
give
many
me
people
a,
are listening in.
Give me a instinct roll there.
I got a 11 or 13 with hope. Boop.
Oh, nice. Yes, for sure. There is definitely some interest in this story from folks around. Most of it looks like the passing interest of an interesting story in a tavern. However, that Minotaur is soaking up this conversation.
Okay.
He's pretending to eat, but you could tell that Minotaur is like got his head kind of cocked to the side to get better hearing. as he's eating his stew.
I'm gonna
And
try
clearly,
to lean
I'm
in and
listening in very
Right.
noisily.
Right.
I'm gonna try to lean in and sort of quietly. Could it be something more magical? And just gauge the immediately look at the general and gauge their reaction to maybe even bringing that up.
Zin will look distinctly uncomfortable, but he remembers Ollie and Ollie being helpful despite an annoyance, and shrugs.
Ollie says abso-fucking-lutely nothing.
When we were
Yeah,
out
I
there,
very purposely do not look at anyone in our party. I look at the general and I bring that up.
The general does respond and kind of like with concern. He strokes his beard and says, I suppose, but I wouldn't be the person to understand that.
Well, we were out there. I can't remember. Did we know that Ollie was trying to communicate with the crocodile?
Nope.
No, but
Okay.
he did keep assuring us that it didn't mean us harm. That whatever was following us didn't mean us harm.
Okay. But he didn't say how he knew that.
Correct.
Yeah, we tried to ask, and he was just like, I have a feeling. It's just a feeling.
Okay.
Right.
Literally, I do stuff that gets me put to death, so no thanks.
Right.
At this point, you at least
least
mildly have a scary guard dog. It's just the scary guard dog wants to bite you sometimes.
Okay.
I definitely did not mention that I got into the creature's head and made telepathic contact with it and was rummaging around.
That would have been insta-death at this point.
The mayor says, I thank you all for your efforts and your candor in discussing this situation with us. We have much to think on, but it is obvious you are a little road weary and need some rest, so I'm sure we will speak again soon. And she turns to the captain and says, they have an open tab. And he goes, of course. And she excuses herself and says, please come visit anytime. I will likely be in touch soon. And then as she says that, the last person she eyes is the scholar, as she's already hatching some ideas that she wants to run by the scholar, you could tell, but she wants to give you guys kind of the night to rest and things.
Things are winding down. I will invite Kree to stay with me. I've taken a couple of small rooms in town. He kind of seems like a pretty like-minded fellow as far as, like scholars are concerned. Obviously, I'm a itinerant tinker and stuff like that, and I'm not exactly known around town for being a scholar, but,
right.
game
He's like, right.
Yeah, so I will definitely invite Kree to lodge with me while he is in town, and I will also continue drinking throughout the course of the evening, because boy, that was a long few days.
Yep.
And then unless there's, Ollie will kind of say his goodnights, kind of tell Kree where he's going. Clearly, Zen and others are not super comfortable with his presence, so Ollie will have another drink or two, excuse himself, and limp his way out of the tavern and home. His limp has returned now that he's back in the city limits, by the way.
And Kree would ask you about your limp. Did you get injured?
It is why I have the staff, friend Kree. And I sort of look at him meaningfully, put my arm around his shoulder, and limp out of the tavern.
Okay. Let's see. He kind of rubs his head a little bit, like not really truly understanding what you just did or were implying, but he lets it lie.
As when we get back to like indoors and in my home and things, I will just sort of very sort of obliquely just mention that, especially out here in the countryside, suspicion of unseen forces is very high, and so I would prefer to just keep everything very quiet. And the staff, I have to explain my staff, so I have a limp, and obviously no one will look past the limp to see what's underneath. You
You're
see,
right.
I am just a wanderer and a tinker.
Ah, I see. He kind of touched his nose. All right, I get it.
To be otherwise is to risk one's life.
So outside of a couple of drinks and then heading off, the two of you, and Kree will gladly take your invite to stay with you. Is what else did anybody want to do this evening before turning in?
I think
After a
Oh, go
couple.
ahead.
Oh yeah, go for
No,
it.
you go.
After a couple drinks, likely with Aura, probably no more than 3 for me. You'll notice I savor my sips of my white wine, but not necessarily too slow of consumption rate. But about an hour will pass, and I'll I should be off to Aura.
Get some rest.
You as well. And I'll lean in and lightly just peck, cheek to cheek kiss sort of situation, the side of your face, as I've done before, and give you a nod, pull up my hood, and start to make my way out. Right as I exit, you'll notice I lean down, and a nice little small, big-eyed wood mouse comes running up my arm, back up into my cloak, and I head out to my hidey hole to get out of town and home for the night.
Orave is.
And I will
still-
nod to. I'll nod to Nertal. I'll just give a silent nod on my way out.
Orave has gotten kind of. You know how like you're sitting with someone and you kind of like side up with them, and there's someone in front of you. She's not ready to let go of this guy. Because
Me?
yes, because partly there's there's interest and intrigue in a sort of an honest sense, but everything that she has been brought up with tells her not to let that be obvious. Like I need to you're suspect. I need to make sure you feel like you're suspect, even though inside I am genuinely intrigued.
Okay.
And I haven't stopped just searching to try to hone in on that, whatever it is that I know I remember.
So I'll hang around until you guys, a few of you, start to leave. Just trying to learn anything else about your little trip there. And since nothing else happens, I'm starting to get ready to leave, and I finally look at you, Orave. What do you look like? I don't know what anyone looks like yet, so...
Orave is half Qatari, half Infernus, though she resembles her Qatari father more than anything. She's
A cat. You're a cat person. With horns.
Yeah. Black with red shot through fur. She has red in her eyes. And she's with Zin. Zin is hanging because they're buddies.
What is Zin? Who is Zin?
I'm Zin. Zin is a 7-foot tall Infernus with dark purple skin that fades to black at his extremities. He gets Minnie looks for this all the time. He usually tries to hide it with gloves so that people don't think he's Umbra touched.
Mm.
And he has to go through every time. It's just my skin. This is just how I look.
And Zin has been very quiet.
Zin is typically very quiet. He
Okay.
is not trusting. He likes Orave, basically nobody else.
We have the Infernus sort of bond.
Right.
So.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He typically
So
keeps his tail wrapped around his hips so he doesn't hit it against things or it doesn't get stepped on.
Okay.
4 horns.
As
Big
the conversations wind down and I don't learn anything else, I've just been perching quietly at a nearby table. I look at you looking at me, Orve, and I say, I'm Nurtal. I would like to know more about these blessed branches.
So would we.
They must be exposed.
I think it's,
Perhaps these are what I search for.
it's definitely it's definitely intriguing.
I shall make it so.
Based on this map and what we found, there's more to this story. Just like there's more to your story.
I walk out the door.
I think you scared him off.
I go straight to the mayor's house.
Okay.
Is it too late? Does it look like the lights are still on?
No, lights are still on. It's not too late.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
And there's a little bit of shuffling, and door opens, and you see the mayor. She's... Yes.
What's her name? Akadona. I would like to put together a team to search for and expose the blessed branches.
I had similar thoughts. I think we should perhaps have a deeper discussion with the Ribbit to see what more he can unveil by his maps and knowledge before we send people out blindly. But I agree. I think that should be a priority, and I appreciate your offer to assist in this matter, I assume.
His maps show the ancient trade routes. Ah, not so ancient. I remember them, but I don't have the maps. Should we follow that trade route? If any more exist, we should find them. Clearing the water away, the swamps away, might be an issue, but we can decide what to do when we find them. Yes. I was offering to lead, but I can assist. Who do you have in mind as a leader?
Oh, I have no problem with you leading a group to do it. I just think we need more information from the scholar before we head out.
Absolutely, he will be integral to this search, but I feel these 4, or at least 3 of them, might be helpful.
I would agree, however, they just risked life and limb. They may not be ready to head back out into danger.
They might not have a choice. We'll speak tomorrow, and I just blast off with my wings.
Your rocket's blasting off again.
And she looks up and... All right. And she kind of just shuts the door and goes back to peace and quiet. That would bring anything else anybody needs to do this evening?
No,
Other than go home and sleep? No.
yeah.
That'll bring us to a long rest. So during a long rest, you can swap out domain cards in your loadout, which I don't think applies to anybody because I think you have enough slots for all the cards you currently have. That will change as you go up in level.
Yep.
And you can do 2 of the following moves. You can tend to all your wounds, which will get rid of all the wounds you have. You can clear all your stress. You can repair all your armor. You can prepare for the next day's adventure, gaining a hope. Or you can work on a project in downtime, which means you would put some of this effort into a longer term project that we haven't discussed with anybody if there's any project they want to be doing. So, what would you do with your long rest, each of you?
Zen is going to be clearing his stress by going through some basic attack forms with his axe in a training area.
Nice.
Right. So he's no longer stressed. And then he's going to go and procure some more rope because he's still kind of mad that all of it was used to make the raft.
Right. Easily enough for you to regain another rope. Not a problem whatsoever.
Orve is after she lost count of how many shots of venom bite she took down. She's gonna spend a lot of time alone, but anybody who sees her notices that she's seemingly talking to herself, having a conversation with somebody unseen. And she's going to be murmuring and mumbling about that map. It sounds like she's asking somebody about the map, having a conversation about the map, arguing about it.
Are you having a conversation with anybody in particular?
Orve is having a conversation with Cullis, who is a voice inside of her head.
Okay.
Cullis fairly often gives her heads up on things and is weirdly right a lot of the times. Sometimes it's off, but for the most part, she gets pretty good information from this voice in her head.
Are there any specific things you're asking this voice?
The voice is insisting that the map is mostly accurate, that there are a few things that aren't exactly correct, and that it is definitely worth going after the branches. They're on the right track. And she's arguing that it's an unnecessary risk. And Cullis is telling her to suck it up, Buttercup.
Uh-huh.
Her mother used to forbid her from doing that, from talking to this voice. It's been in her head since she was a child. The couple of times she recalls her father very young, she remembers him saying something about an oracle. But that's all she remembers. All she knows is this voice of what sounds like a very old man shows up at some inopportune times and gives her information that is probably 85% helpful.
All right.
So she's not going to have a very restful long rest. I mean, the things will still happen. She'll add her hope. That's all she's doing. She's just...
So you're not here healing your wounds?
I don't have any.
I
didn't think I did. Oh, I do. One.
It's up to you.
No, not healing that, but gaining the hope.
Okay. can mark that hope. Who
Momo
else?
will, with the little mouse hillock on her shoulder, doing silent feet pressures on her shoulder to signal where to go. Momo will very stealthily and naturally through this outside the gate forested swamp find her way to the most recent home of her and her sisters. They have just moved, as they do often. They relocate to stay hidden, and they're in the process of setting up camp. And you can see it's very meticulous and well done. It's a well-oiled machine. They have done this a million times, and the entire time they are silent and just constantly, ever presently aware. You see around 17-year-old Qatari with black fur. Some might think there are the slight similarities between her and Aura. She has yellow eyes and seems more introverted and to herself. There's a 12-year-old hyper-energetic elven girl who's running around. Probably, if any of us are making noise, it's her. It's very minimal still, but she is the fastest among us. And there is rolling around and at points popping out limbs to help maneuver itself through the terrain and to create the space. A Clank, a robot. They quickly make camp and settle after setting up a tower that emits this higher-like light. And they snuggle in together. Loma will help meticulously clean and get everyone fed, and they have a nice relaxing night in their tucked away little makeshift hidey home that they've made. And I will clear my stress, and I will gain a hope from spending that time with my sisters.
Right.
Loma, can you tell me what you look like?
Yes, I can. So Loma is, I have a nice little blurb, a young, freshly adult-age, skinny, half-elven-esque, but significantly shorter than average, around 4'2", maybe part halfling, with more tan skin than expected for a half-elf, with an array of dark scattered freckles amongst most of her body that dissipates at the extremities, like the hands, feet, even the ears. Wears dark but clean, form-fitting underneath clothes underneath an oversized but easily manipulated dark brown cloak that, when you look closely or catch a glance, has a slightly lighter colored of embroidered vines woven through the fabric. She has curly moss-like hair that is often pulled back in a low ponytail. It's incredibly thick and ringlets, and you would have to be very close to notice, but it sort of looks exactly like certain breeds of moss. Her glance is intense from her army green eyes, but it's very warm and kind, and with a constant sense of purpose behind her glance. She's incredibly clean, but she's not done up or presentational by any means. And if you, her equipment that you might see, her equipment seems more well off than she acts or presents, and mixed with her constantly clean visage, she is very ambiguous when it comes to her social ranking.
Okay, thank you.
She has of course, a belt around her waist and 2 daggers, curved daggers, in her back, if you ever see it behind the cloak. If you're paying that close of attention. But yeah.
Right. Anyone else's long rest?
Yeah, so Ollie will spend his long rest preparing his armor for sure. And will basically, right, he's invited Kree into his home, so he will make a pot of tea, get Kree settled and situated, and then I imagine that the two of them will just stay up very, very late into the night, drinking tea and going, talking about books and research and the ether weave and just like like a very light. Like I finally found someone to talk to in this fucking town. So,
Right. Very much so. I mean,
so
if you,
yeah. So Ollie has gone from just sort of a vaguely aloof sort of tinkerer, just sort of a jolly affect into just like a very like keen like he is his whole demeanor has shifted. He is like reciting passages from memory and they're poring over the maps and making diagrams and changes to the maps and cross-referencing them with books that Ollie brought from his enclave that haven't seen the light of day in 100 years, right? So he's like sharing this knowledge that he hasn't really been able to share since he's finally found. This is the first person since he's like left his little enclave that actually he can speak to truthfully and equally, if that makes sense.
for sure.
So that will gain a hope for Ollie for
Yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
So yeah, his demeanor has he's no longer just sort of like the vapid sort of jolly tinker, and has just become again it's just very focused and is like just the intellect is very much on display. Like he puts a lot of that stuff away and he's finally able to kind of like take it out and be himself.
And you see that Kree takes right to it and can hang with you step for step in that regard, and is equally as excited and jazzed by the possibilities of your discussion as you finish your rest with him, eventually getting to the point where sleep is necessary.
Right.
So
I'd like to swoop around and see if I can find where those two are sleeping or hanging out. Looking in windows,
hard,
even
like,
on. Yeah, I understand.
So I don't know that you'd find them pretty
Okay.
easily, but I'll make it a hard difficulty.
Okay.
You can make me an instinct roll to see if you are able to figure it out, unless you have another way to do it.
Well, let me see if I had another way to do it.
Oh, you filled me up with fear. I don't even need it. I don't even need my long rest here, Jack.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you,
welcome.
friend of the DM Fantasy Grounds. We love that.
Yeah.
That right there is your admission to the party, because that's pretty much
Yeah.
all we do. So
Oh gosh. Okay,
We are the
I have
fear
no way to
generators.
find them, and that's fine. What I'm gonna do is spend the night preparing. I'm gonna get some paper and start drawing out the trade routes that I remember from back before the calamity, cataclysm, whatever we're calling it.
Yep.
And be ready to change them when I see his maps and talk about what I remember and try to match up those points. So that is working on a project. I want to reproduce these maps.
Okay.
And go ahead.
You can get kind of a start on that.
Right.
You won't have them finished yet.
Sure.
But that is an ongoing project you're working on.
Got it. And I can do one more thing, right?
Yep.
So preparing for the next day gives me another hope, I believe.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'm gonna up in my little cupola on the top of the tavern with a straw bed. I'm gonna pull out some ashes that I got from a nearby campfire, just cover myself again, and try to keep it off my maps I'm working on, but just curl up and go to sleep. So
Excellent.
that's it for me.
All right, so the night passes, and you all are able to fully get your rest, and it strikes you all in different ways, but it strikes you all that this is, as rough as things are here in this little fort town, this is a safe haven. Like, you're not having to look over your shoulder, you're not having to set a watch. You're not worried about a number of creatures sneaking into your home or perch or wherever you are. You do realize you have safety here in Okros. And after having been out on the road and having been through the weather and the storms and the this and the that, you all realize that this is what everyone is working towards, is the ability to be safe and the ability to find safety. And it's easy to take that for granted. But you just spent several days out of town where you didn't have this feeling of safety that you have right now. The smell of the tea brewing, the comfort of your own bed, all of these things that are often taken for granted, you're starting to tangentially feel as part of what builds hope. And realizing that if that could grow, if these maps hold a key to creating more safety, maybe the Umbra could be pushed back. Just maybe. And you all drift off with pleasant thoughts. And that's where we will end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
And I'll use that 12 fear next time.
How fun for us.
Don't worry. The feeling of good optimism and hope and comfort, that's fleeting. That's gone tomorrow. Don't worry. It's gone.
The
sun will rise and we're all just gonna be like, fuck.
The operative word
You won't
here
have
is
to.
it
Yeah,
was
you
a
won't have to worry
dream.
about that anymore.
Right.
We were clearly dreaming. So
Awesome. Well, welcome, Jack, to Tales by Pyrelight. Super excited to
Thank
add
you.
you into the mix, and super excited for everybody to do a little bit more deep dive into some character development stuff, which is kind of interesting to see and hear and everything else, and give you guys a chance to kind of explain and explore what you went through and give some ideas about where you might want to head to next. So it'll be some exciting adventures ahead. So we'll be back at this 2 weeks from today. Tomorrow night, join us for our Wandering the Mists Ravenloft campaign that we'll be streaming on our stream tomorrow night. And Thursday night is our Ashen Hearth Conclave campaign, where I get to actually play in a full-fledged campaign. Super excited that our buddy Justin is running. We started that last week, so we've got those 2 new campaigns that have started up recently. Super exciting. So check us out. That's going to be our regular schedule pretty much from now on. Is going to be Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So check us out. We still have options to do one-shots on other nights. If anybody's interested, come hit us up on our Discord. We'd love to spin up some of those again as we get moving forward, and join us on our Discord and interact with us there. We'd love to have you. That's how we found other people to play with us, and it's super exciting to gain and build our network of gamers. So super exciting. Thanks everybody for watching. We will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.